Hi, I'm Tony Pacenski. This is Justin. Thank you for helping me with this. We're going to shoot a quick video on escaping the lockdown and the half guard. Let's get started. In the recent Metamoris that just happened, Eddie Bravo and Hoyler had their rematch, and there were a lot of positions that happened. Lay down, please, Justin. Fast. The majority of the match was Hoyler was passing to Eddie Bravo's power side, and they were caught in this quarter guard where he's almost getting his foot out. But a lot of the battle was trying to get this underhook and establishing this cross-face grip, and then it was a battle trying to get the foot back in, not creating too much space. And then the big moments of the match were when the knee was in between the middle, lockdown, and then Eddie Bravo was able to get the lockdown. One objective, second objective was the underhook, and then the third is the gripping the leg and then turning the fight to the electric chair. Go ahead, please. Hoyler defended this well, got out, and then the position came to the top. Guard pass, come back. Over the fight here, Eddie Bravo came up into this top position, leading into the vaporizer. Go ahead, Eric. Good. All right. Now let's get started from here. When you have your leg this far away from the butt, in this space, this is, to me, is a gray area. If you want to, it'd be better if you had your leg really close to his butt. This way you're creating a lot of leverage to peekaboo the knee so you can guard pass, and you're avoiding the lockdown. So a lot of my game while I'm passing from different reference points from the half guard is to try to squeeze and triangle my own legs. So I never give the guy a chance to put me in the lockdown. And then when I uncross my legs, I shoot this up really close, getting an underhook or some type of reservoir around the head, shoulder, armpit, super close here, double underhooks. I always think that there's always different types of positions, and from each position there's like 2 ways, sometimes a 3rd way to get my leg out. But the big problem is when your leg shoots out real deep here and he puts that classic lockdown in. All right, now, I want to keep the person on his back, and this is really difficult. If I said, hey Justin, start from the underhook, get your, like this, or even lock your hands like Eddie Bravo does, go ahead. He's clinging to me, and if I have my leg out here, this is extremely hard. If he gets underneath my leg, he can roll me into the sweep or the electric chair. So I don't want that to happen, and when I sit back this way, he can shoot up to a dogfight position. Out of the 2 positions, this being the 3rd, I'd rather be here. But it's still a battle. Now that being said, is I'm giving the guy a position. What I want to do, come on please, is try to stay low. Go ahead, get your lockdown please. So I got in position, I got to bring my knee to the mat and stay as low as possible. This battle right here, you're pushing the neck. I mean, this is good for the MMA fight or the Vale-Tudo. I'm pushing at his throat. I need to, come on, try to get down the hook. I'm staying low right here and not allowing him to get underneath my leg. And then the battle here is to try to underhook, boom, and get his back flat. And Hoyler was able to do this. Sometimes he gets the position of here. I kind of hold this way around the back, pinch my knee, and I just start walking him flat here. And my leg's not out yet, but I just made his back flat just by staying low and walking my knees here. Now, another position. Go ahead, please. Sometimes I'm here, I'm pinching. If I can't get the underhook here, I can't post his shoulder to get back in here. I want to take my hand. Go up, please. I want to take this hand here and go underneath his elbow. And I start to pull here. That gets him back. Make it really tight. Control the position. Don't let him lock. And then sometimes I can be here pushing his shoulder and then getting the underhook. Now, there's more to it than that. The magic of Jiu-Jitsu is if this person gets 1 objective, then 2, and then starts making me have this like movement, especially when there's money on the line and your time and all this reputation, regardless, when someone does the right stuff, I counter. Even if I counter the right way, he's going to go on to the next thing. So this is a tough battle. Now here I'm going to show some ways how I like to get out of the lockdown. And the reason I do it, I'm going to show you some ways that were taught traditionally, and the way I like to do it is because I did a lot of training. In my past, I hurt my knee and I had a knee brace, so some of those traditional methods wouldn't work for me. It would be a struggle. And then they work better when I had my knee brace off, but this injury helped me do a new technique that I want to show you right now. Yes. All right, so let's do Marcel Garcia's technique. His leg shoots in deep. When you get the underhook here, you shoot your leg in deep, turn your knee to the mat, hold tight please. And my foot does not come here with a baby hook on the knee, but it really presses against the thigh. And then I'm pushing and pulling. A lot of weight. That position was never established by Hoyler because he was working a lot around the head control. He just didn't decide to do that. Closer. So this one methodology. Another methodology was, or is the underhook and then trying to do the baby hook here on the knee. When someone gets really clingy to you and they play a really tough game, sometimes this could lead to the guy's clingy and they're holding your leg. They can start to do half guard positions. Like hold my leg, do the old school, yeah, boom. So then you're up here, it can lead to a lot of space. There you go. But when you're younger, when I was younger, I had a knee brace, it was hard for me to do this. And even the press and pull that leg out. Or put the thumb in the collar, step my leg up and then try to use that leg to pry. There was too much space. So here's what I like to do. It works well depending on whatever reference point I'm at. But it makes a lot of sense when the person puts me in the lockdown. Go ahead. I get the cross face and my hand dives here. Boom. Now, my leg is out of position. What I'm going to do is this. And I'm out. So here's what I'm doing. He gets the lockdown. I'm going to drop my knee to the mat and I balance myself here. So I get this foot to push his bottom foot. This foot pushes the bottom. I kick and kick my leg straight and then I get a lockdown. Now from here I pinch my legs together. I stay low. Try to move please. It's hard for him to move because I'm squeezing my own triangle, my own type of triangle lockdown. Now, if I was your trainer with Eddie Bravo or some of the guys at 10th Planet, a lot of the guys right now are going to try to do the, across the triangle, try to do the escape, the jail bait. Go ahead. Put this hook into my knee. So a lot of people do this right away for my lockdown, for my triangle. There's two methods. One is to dig your hand in here deep and take it out, or pinch here nice and tight. Now I cross my leg and I can high step out. So you have to be ready for the next piece of the puzzle. But if he doesn't do the jail bait, the first thing is I unscrew my legs and I get really tight right here. Now I'm out of that gray area. I can start to peekaboo my knee, and now we're heading off to the match. Underhook, knee cut. But this is back to the quarter guard. And we see if you start working a lot up here, you have trouble around the neck. So it's going to be difficult with the gi in the future when the guy has a good position where you have an underhook and the guy's really clinging on my foot. It's hard to sit through here like this because I'm passing and shin cutting right in front of the thigh. Oh, I'm sorry, in front of his knee. When you, with enough space by pulling your hip, if you put it down, you start to turn your knee across the knee or behind his kneecap. You can start to smash that a little bit easier. So this is a $100 detail in your knee cut. Or your knee ride pass when you're passing like this. Instead of going this way and then turning, bring your knee here. Cut. There's space there. It can lead to a scramble, an underhook running around the head. But this is a good idea. Now, start from the lockdown. You guys, the double underhook on me, go ahead. Eddie Bravo plays like this. He does a really clean style. I think it's very tiring. I know he would say that was a criticism of his style. It just looks tiring and he's got to be very clingy. Although this is really good for MMA because he's staying so tight. What I'm going to do right here is, again, put my knee to the mat and start playing my hooks here. My foot. Like once I clear it, now I'm out. I never give the guy a chance to put me in the lockdown. Now I'm here, I'm going to try my best to make the space. Put some weight down here and hold. Now I'm threatening. The moment he lets go of the hands, you're pressing and threatening the arm lock. Get more nice and tight. Thank you, Justin. Sorry for the tight space. This is our little private room at the academy. And I wanted to show my methodology for getting out of the lockdown. However, it's really, really difficult when a person hits all the objectives and they hit the underhook with the lockdown and they know how to play that game. My personal criticism of that style is, although it can be very effective for Eddie Bravo, his team, all this other stuff, to me it always seemed like it was a lot of work for me, like to cling on. I mean, I guess I would do that if someone's punching my face, but when you lock down the leg, your hips, especially when you gravitate more towards a mainstream jiu-jitsu style in the tournaments, and I feel like you're personally locking yourself in, and you're going to go on a path that leads to electric chair and the vaporizer and all these positions in the sweep. When you do a different style of half guard, you're more dynamic to do deep, make transitions to 50-50, make positions to go to the back in a different way. So you're kind of heading in this path. All right, that's my only thing. If you focus on this, you're going to keep going this way. If you focus on being more dynamic with movement, you're going to go this way, and that may help you personally for your style if you feel like you're clinging too much. But of course, as we've seen and or experienced and observed, it's important to know both paths. And ultimately, that match and the cars under it elevated Jiu-Jitsu. And this is the first time in a long time where a lot of people were heading to the academy thinking, hey, I want to show some techniques from the lockdown. I want to show how to stop it. I want to train it. You know, people are excited again. This is how Jiu-Jitsu used to be, so bravo, pun intended. That's it. You know, I think that this can add into your repertoire. I want you to play with it. I've already said how it's difficult with the movement, but you'll get better and better. So thank you for watching.